Daria Pajak is one of those bowlers who you feel has always had a great deal of potential. However, this hasn't quite translated into that many PWBA titles as of yet. Daria is from Poland and left Europe to come to the US to attend college at Weber International. She's had her share of success when bowling in Poland, and when she ended up joining the Women's Tour, things got off to a pretty quick start. She won Rookie of the Year and then won her first title in 2017. She was also runner-up at a major event as the top seed at the 2017 US Women's Open, but unfortunately could not capture the title. And she was also runner-up after being the top seed at the 2018 St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. But after her first win, she's not managed to win another PWBA title. This is very surprising given her talent, and it poses the question, can Daria win again on the PWBA Tour? Now, before we answer that question, let's take a look at the 2017 Detroit Open telecast when she won her first title. We're going to break each match down and see how she managed to climb the ladder to victory. Match number 1, and Daria is facing Juliana Franco from Colombia. It's a bit of a slow start for Daria as she got a good break in frame 1 but left a 10 pin in frame 2 and actually missed it by quite a distance. But she did bounce back in the third with a light mixing strike. Franco jumped out to an early 32 pin lead, throwing 3 in a row, and she is looking very lined up. Daria throws a really nice shot on the right lane, but then looks to be a little inside on the next shot and goes high and just about trips out the 4-9. In the fifth frame, Franco looks like she missed inside right off her hand, and it's perhaps a little fortunate to just leave a 4 pin. And then she follows this up with a 10 pin. However, Daria has now got going and throws another 2 strikes, including a nice Brooklyn strike in the 7th. Another 4 pin on the right lane for Franco, and then disaster in the 8th frame as she's way inside and goes through the nose, leaving the 6, 7, 10, and she actually misses everything. This hands the advantage right over to her opponent, and she steps up and gets the job done, striking both in the 8th and 9th frames to secure the win and move on to match 2, where Daria will face Deandra Azbaiti. Deandra was making her first TV appearance in 5 years. Daria just manages to avoid the 7-10 in the 2nd frame, and then Deandra's shot in the 3rd is right of target, but then she overcompensates completely on the next shot and is way inside and goes through the nose, leaving the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 for an open frame. Daria then has a couple of wayward shots going through the nose and then misses right on her next shot, but she manages to cover both spares, which really does keep her in the match. Deandra then makes a couple of good shots going light both times for a much needed double, but then in the 6th shot, she does get a pretty bad break, leaving the 7-10, and this gives Daria a 12 pin lead at this point. Daria then leads back-to-back 10 pins, and Deandra has a chance to take the lead in this match, but goes slightly high and leaves the 7 pin. So I guess the advantage now swings back the other way, and Daria has a chance now to close out the match, but she can't capitalise, leaving a 10 pin in the 10th frame, and this has been the theme for her all game really. She's not getting the right reaction to carry consistently. Deandra now has a chance to double to advance to the next match, but she's way inside and the match goes to Daria. She advances to the title match now to face Verity Crawley from England. Verity also attended Weber University just like Daria, and 2017 was Crawley's rookie season, and she's also seeking her first tour title, so it will certainly be a very tense final match. Verity starts with a strike in the first but can't get the ball back on the left lane and leaves the 2-10 for an early open. Daria throws an early double, and then Verity has a similar reaction on the left lane once again, but does make the pocket this time but can't quite kick out the 10. Daria starts to look like she's really dialed in, but doesn't make the best shot in frame 5 and leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7, but makes the huge conversion to maintain a 31 pin lead, and this is absolutely crucial halfway through the match. Verity strikes in the 5th and looks pretty good on the right lane, but still can't seem to figure out the left lane, and this time she goes high, leaving a 4 pin. She does manage to strike on the left lane in the 8th frame, but Daria strikes in the 8th and 9th to pretty much lock the match up. Verity needs to double in the 10th to basically force Daria to mark, but can only get the first strike. Now Daria needs just 6 pins to capture her first title, which she comfortably does. Unfortunately for Verity, she just encountered the typical problems with being the #1 seed. She couldn't quite get a consistent look on the left lane and just got going too late in the match. Daria, however, was already lined up, having thrown 2 matches using the same ball in every single match, so obviously she already knew exactly how both lanes were playing. But either way, Daria was solid throughout the entire show, and she just managed to make key shots at the right time, which included some excellent spare conversions. As I mentioned at the start of the video, this was Daria's only title to date, which did surprise me considering she always seems to be able to compete with the best bowlers on the PWBA Tour and does seem to be extremely consistent. But I am very confident that she will win more titles, and I think she just needs to have that breakout season where she really starts to dominate and wins multiple titles in a season. She definitely has the ability to win regularly, and who knows, maybe her time will be coming sooner rather than later. So that brings us to an end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed this, as it's something slightly different, as so far I've mainly been covering the PBA Tour, but I came across this telecast from the Detroit Open and I thought, you know what, let's do a little bit of PWA analysis, and I probably will do some more videos like this in the future as well. But please do let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see more videos on women's bowling in general, including the PWA Tour. And it would also be great to hear your thoughts on this match and the fact of what do you think has held Daria back in terms of winning multiple titles, because as I mentioned earlier in the video, I do think that a breakout season, I think it's on the horizon. I think she's poised. She just needs to have that one season that really kicks things into life. But at the end of the day, when you look at the women's tour, you know, the bowlers that are playing, that they're no joke. There's some fantastic bowlers, so the competition is very stiff. So yeah, so please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, if you have enjoyed these videos and you've yet to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it if you could go ahead and click the subscribe button below. As always, thank you bowling fans, and see you all next time.